Good morning, everybody. We just need to know if y'all can hear us. That's what we need to know. As people come in, people ain't in the podcast yet, but I'm sure y'all can hear us on YouTube. We're just trying to make sure the people on Spoon can hear us. Please bear with us, guys. Today is the premiere of our show, 2 Women, 2 Opinions. It's a trial run just to make sure we got everything right, tight, and in the loop.
Make sure
yeah. We gonna wait until a few people, if somebody come in here so that we can just ask them if they can hear us. Can you hear us, DJ Huey? DJ Huey and this bitch. Yes, thank you. Sorry for the delay, guys. We had a little technical difficulties, but can you hear us? Can you hear us? Or should we get some more audio up in this thing?
I feel like you can hear.
Yes. Cool. Todd, you talk, because you know I'm
Hello.
loud.
Yeah, he said it loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Yes,
I don't know why this sideways.
Right, we both like this.
All right. Well, welcome, DJ Huey. Today is the premiere of 2 Women, 2 Opinions. We will be live broadcasting on Spoon every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we will record the whole broadcast and have it posted to YouTube later on today by 5 PST. So if you guys will go ahead and follow us and go ahead and head over to YouTube if you haven't already and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because the video will be posted later. The way you guys will be able to visually see us and everything that we talked about today.
There we go.
So as you guys know, this is the premiere show. So what we're going to do is start off by introducing ourselves. Taj, take the floor.
Oh, okay. My name is Taj. I am from Indiana. I was born and raised out here, Las Vegas, Nevada. I bartend, I private bartend, and I teach bartending. So my life revolves around cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Marty. It's funny because I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, but I was raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. We both now reside in Las Vegas, if you guys didn't know.
Yes.
A few things about me. I went to school for media broadcasting. That's what makes it so interesting to me to get in front of the mic, in front of the camera. I love to speak. I love to put my opinion into everything. That's why the name is 2 Women, 2 Opinions. And I'm a Libra. I love my sign. I also am an entrepreneur. I just launched my own business January the 1st of this year, Famous Gems with a Z.
Yes.
So please check out my website, famousgems.net. It's the same thing on all other social media platforms as well, just to see what product I sell: lashes, masks, swimwear, shoes, all that good stuff. So that's something else about me. I did write, because I'm a rambler, so I wrote down different things. Like I said, I'm self-employed. My family, like I said, I was born in Indianapolis, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you're a Bengals fan, who they? Yes. And my hobbies is going live. I love to go live. I like to do my makeup, and I love to promote my business. So that's the thing right there. I don't know. I wanted to ask you a few things about yourself, which was like, what made you want to start the podcast?
I've been wanting to do podcasting for like the last couple of years, but doing it solo dolo is a totally different kind of ball game. So I was like, I need to find somebody that has almost the same spirit as me, like high strong, super charismatic, in order to have that person like bounce back and forth off of me. Because you know how it is. You can sit on a podcast for like an hour and just talk and ramble.
Yes.
And not have somebody like keep you on track. So I was just like, I want to do it, but I got to find the right person.
And that's the same with me. Like I said, I did go to school for media broadcasting, and I learned that in school. That was my weakness, if you want to call it that, was that by myself, I can stay on one topic for forever instead of moving on. And, with having a co-host or another person with you, they'll be like, okay, moving along, without being rude about it. Where do you see yourself at from 5 to 10 years?
My goal right now is to eventually, like, I'm working my way through the industry. I want to get my name out there around the city. So eventually I want to open up my own bar. So if you haven't checked out or been down to level 1, please come out, check us out. We give out specialty cocktails all the time. So right now, between building my own menus, creating my own recipe book for cocktails, and working at Level 1, my goal is essentially to open up my own bar in the next couple of years.
Shout out to Level 1, because while we're speaking of Level 1, that's where we actually met at. Me and Taj, we actually met at Level 1 Bar and Lounge. Dope place, dope owner, black-owned business. So if you are in Las Vegas, please go down there and check it out. Dope environment. If you like live entertainment, live bands, that's a great place to check out. I kind of see myself within the next 5 to 10 years. I do want to own my own boutique storefront.
Yes.
I don't want to only do one thing. I want to sell clothes, lashes. I also want like makeup artist, a beautician, and a nail tech in there as well. So that basically a one-stop shop. I want like a 4-bar seated place to where if you don't want to get your hair done, just come in and have a drink with us. Talk to your hairstylist while she's doing someone else's hair, or however you want to do it. So that's my goal. And of course, I want to build my house. If you guys don't know me, I just moved into a house and it's amazing. I just want to build my house from the ground up, and that's my goal.
Yes. We're buying property. We starting our own businesses. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. So social media plugs and handles. We can start with that.
I am on all platforms. You can find me on Facebook, Taj Wild. Please like my page, y'all. I'm trying to blow it up. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram at Taj Wild, or Snapchat. Any of those, I'm on everything.
Since y'all want to be in my business, like I'm playing Famous Gems, FAMOUS GMZ, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I also have my personal pages, Marty Margello. If you ain't catch that, I'm never going to give it out again. So I normally plug my business pages because that's where I'm mainly at. I really don't post on my regular social medias because I'm trying to build my platforms on my business pages. So I also stream on Tag, and so my name is Miss Summer over there. Yes, my name is different because it's just, different platforms, different bases. So that's the thing about us. A few things about us. One thing I really love about the fact that we have this podcast coming together is, like she said, we have a great chemistry together. When we work together, it was like our best nights coming to work. We couldn't wait till the day that we worked together, just me and her. So I know it's going to be great. Just bear with us, guys. We will bring you some great content, some great stories and everything. Do you have any other platforms that you maybe stream from, or anything that you have that people can find you?
As far as streaming goes, I literally just started streaming, so you can catch all of my streams on IG because that's the only place I'm streaming from right now. Eventually I want to try and get into like the tagged and stuff. I'm not your level yet. And then of course, like, we just started a YouTube channel for us to post this stuff. So yeah, that's about all I've got as far as social media goes. And again, it's at Taj, TAJWILD, Wild. So Taj Wild.
So make sure y'all hitting up our social media platform. Make sure you guys are following us on here as well and subscribing to the YouTube channel, because if you guys want us to come back with the good stuff, this is the only way. If you show us that you want us to come back for it. Make sure you check out my website, Famous Gems, FAMOUSGMZ.net. And we can go ahead and just say, like, this will be sponsored by my company, because any money that come through my company will probably most likely go to this podcast with us getting better equipment and stuff like that. So sponsors by Famous Gems. So I wanted to talk about the show theme. Like, where do you see the show? Like, I know we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but when someone talk, like, what is 2 Women, 2 Opinions? What do you feel like your opinion is about that?
I feel like for us, we are 2 gorgeous black women in Las Vegas, Nevada, so we live the city life. Both of us tend to be a bit more on the socialite side. So I think our opinion for our generation should be heard. Okay, I think we have a different outlook on life. We both live, like, I'm a single mom, you are a business owner, I'm a business owner, so we both just have, like, 2 very wide outlooks on life.
I agree. And I feel like the show, what I was looking at towards the show is, basically, it's going to be our opinion on things that's already going on in the world, but we're definitely going to give you news that you can use. Everything is not just going to be about mess and drama. I feel like we get that a lot of different places right now, and instead of only giving you that, we'll give you that too. Trust me, because it's a lot of things going on. I'd rather give you news you can use. And the reason why we did the opinion thing, that way when things happen in the world, we can give you what will we do, you know, WWTM. What would Marty and Taj do about the situation at hand? And I feel like that's a great concept, because a lot of people, they hold back their opinion because of what other people may think about what they're saying and stuff like that. But not your girl, because I got some things to say. Yes. So one of the stories that let's go ahead and just get right into something. Just give y'all something to talk about. Let's just get right into it. So one of the stories that I want to talk about, or the people in particular I want to talk about, is Shakira Robertson.
Okay.
Richardson. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like,
Shakira Richardson. I'm so sorry.
Track star.
If you guys don't know, she's a track star.
Yeah.
She's going to the Olympics, and she's doing pretty well for herself.
She just got into some trouble recently.
Right. So she did get into some trouble recently. She popped dirty on a marijuana test. I don't know if you guys have any information on that. You definitely could go to Google or anything and get more information on that. So allegedly, she popped dirty on a marijuana test, and right before she was going to get drafted to the Olympics. And
so they don't want her to run. Yeah.
Right now they don't want her to run. And I feel like it's a bunch of bull crap. They were waiting for something to come up on her because she's doing so well. I actually watched one of the clips of her running right before they drafted her, and she killed it. She was one of the best. She was actually the best runner, and they were like, oh yeah, if I could pick anybody, it would be her to win this. So reason why I brought her up today, because I feel like it was really funny that she allegedly popped dirty on the marijuana test, but a vaping company, Dr. Dabbers, reportedly offered her a $250,000 to be a spokesman for the company. I think that is so funny, because this is when restaurants or different companies take advantage of what's going on.
Absolutely.
The negativity, they turn it into a positive.
I think she deserves it. I think she should get everything she could possibly get out of life. That girl worked hard to get where she was. Given her circumstances, especially because she just lost her mother, I feel like there should have been some kind of leniency, but rules are rules, and you gotta have to respect the industry that she's in. So that being the case, just flip the narrative, Shoot, why not be a spokesperson?
Hey, listen. This is my outlook. Although she's worked so hard to get to the position that she's in. She tells this story all the time. She ran day and night to get to the position that she's in. I feel like honestly, with this may be her calling. Not her calling, this may be okay, take a break from that since you worked so hard. Not saying she should, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like this could be something, basically they're telling her, oh, you got something to fall back on if that don't work out. And if you no one's saying she's a pothead and she likes smoking weed. It could just be she's stressed
just that
out.
One time. Yeah.
Right, or just that one time. And it was just really funny that they popped her right after her mother passed. Of course, I'm going through things. I may have a drink, I may have a smoke, or whatever the case may be, and you want to do it right here. I feel like that was a whole bunch of
they'll tell her, I'm not saying someone had set her up, but you just never know, how it got back to them and they would drug test, or maybe they just automatically drug test. We don't know. I just, like I said, I feel like there's more for her in the long run. So this one moment shouldn't define who she is. She just
lost her mom.
Yeah.
She really did. And if you've seen the races, she actually ran up to the stands and hugged her mom every time she go through the finish line. The cameras follow her all the way upstairs. So this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's really sad. So basically the story is, Miss Richardson was offered a $250K
girl
to be a cannabis product tester. I wish they would give it to me.
Not to
Do you
test
know how?
it.
Do you know how? What?
Not
I would be.
to test
I would
it.
be so high
Not
to the sky.
Girl, every day, all day.
And then if you guys see us talking to over here, we talking to YouTube. If you see us talking over there, we talking to Spoon. So make sure you following us, holding those hearts, subscribing,
We'll do a
sending
better
gifts,
job
all that good
eventually.
stuff. Oh yeah, this is the first day. This is premiere, so cut us some slack, guys.
We didn't even have time to set up. Like,
Right,
we came in here and
but
was
don't
like,
worry,
we
it's
getting to
gonna
work.
get better and better and better and better.
Yes.
Trust me.
That's funny.
So do we have any opinions in the comments about? I feel like they should kind of cut her some slack.
Definitely.
I think they should probably give her a few days to maybe clear her system and try to test her again, because new smokers. If you don't smoke, I'm a smoker. Okay, if you smoke like me, it's gonna be harder for you to get your clean pee.
Absolutely.
If you're a one-time smoker that just happened out of the blue, you can get your shit clean quick. Like,
Girl.
It doesn't really take that long. So. Just,
Personally, no. I couldn't be drug tested.
Right, don't drug test me, because your
Y'all
ass
can't
gonna be
take a
mad as
hair
hell.
sample. Y'all can't take a hair sample.
Your ass gonna be mad as hell. Let me
I'm
tell
not
you
getting
that.
the job. I'm not getting the job. I'm not
Okay.
running the races.
First of all, I'm not, the way she be taking off running, man, I be tired as hell.
Girl.
I be tired seeing that young lady running like that. You
Girl,
crazy
she
as
is
hell.
talented. She is amazingly talented. So I just, next year, come back stronger.
Come back stronger.
Don't
And
worry about it.
to
Don't let this one moment.
shout out a little bit about her. She is from Dallas, Texas.
Whoa.
So shout out to Dallas, Texas. Vinegar and water works. Here we go with the people teaching you how to pass a drug test. Anybody got
Not
time for
vinegar
that shit?
and water.
Okay, like ain't nobody got time for that
Cranberry
shit.
juice not do it?
Like moving along, I just want to put a shout out to all the African American athletes out there doing their thing. That shit is not easy.
It is not.
I just don't understand how
and they
y'all
don't want
doing
to see
it.
us succeed. It's really hard. They don't want to see us succeed unless you're a male playing basketball or on some NFL team. They do not want to.
They don't want to see you succeed. And speaking of African American athletes, I feel like they're kind of picking right now with a lot of us. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do shit wrong as well.
Hell yeah.
But I feel like it's a lot of picking going on because, Richard Sherman, I don't know if you guys heard about him. He was just recently posted on the Shade Room yesterday. He was arrested for without bail at that. And this is less before we continue. I'm gonna continue with the story because the show is 2 Women, 2 Opinions, so that's why we're here to give our opinion. But continuing on, he was arrested without bail for burglary and DV. So I feel like that's kind of shocking for glory. I can't spell. But I feel like it's kind of shocking that he don't have a bail. Let's talk about how you don't have no bail. How the hell don't he have a bail?
It's DV.
I mean, okay. I know somebody that had DV that had a freaking bail.
I hear
the
you.
hell? Well, I guess
But we also don't know
the circumstances.
the circumstances. So it's like he could have went all the way in on her, henceforth no bail.
All right, here. And I gotta find this other thing. So basically, this is a story. You can skim and get the people to stuff. So I found a story yesterday on the Shade Room. Basically, he, got arrested, no bail.
Oh, drunk driving. Oh, girl, a hit and run after. Yeah, he was going to jail. Girl, hit and run. So he was drunk, hit and run, and then had the DV. Yeah, no, he was not getting bail. He was not. And you're a black man. That alone. A woman identified herself as Sherman's wife. Yeah, he had a lot going on. You gotta ask yourself though, when a person goes through something like that and they get behind the wheel knowing that they're so intoxicated, he had a hit and run and then no telling what transpired in the household. You kind of have to ask yourself, what is he going through?
So it said Sherman, 33 of Maple Valley, was booked into Kings County Jail. What the hell did I say? in Seattle on investigation of domestic violence, burglary at 6 a.m. Wait, why you get to jail so early?
Why did you go to jail so early? What was you doing at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Jail records show he is also being investigated for drunken driving and hit and run after apparently drove into a construction site on a highway 520.
Girl.
Struck on concrete barrier and left the scene in his badly conditioned vehicle, according to the state patrol. The patrol obtained a warrant for blood drawn and tests to determine his blood alcohol content are pending. How you gonna determine his alcohol content?
Yeah, you can't.
How many hours later?
You can't wait on that. You gotta take it right there.
Yeah, shout out to Vigo. Woo! Make sure y'all come over here.
By the time you go to pee in a cup, 12 hours later, 16 hours later, it's gonna be gone. So what are we doing?
Okay, but this is where it gets funny. It say
6 o'clock.
though the Seattle Times typically does not identify suspects before criminal charges are filed, the newspaper is identifying Sherman because he is a political figure.
Yeah. But again, you got to ask yourself, what is he going through mentally? Like, there seems like there's more to it than what we all know.
I feel like there's a lot more to it because the simple fact is it was already like, what are you out there drinking? Because he's a free agent. Let's start there. He is a free agent. If you guys didn't hear that, he's a free agent. So maybe he's thinking about his career right now. Maybe he's thinking about what's really going on. You know,
people don't get reckless for no reason, because that seems like you went from one extreme, especially if you were in politics for any reason. You went from one extreme to another. So
well, he's an NFL. He's an NFL free agent. So, but I'm like, like you said, you really don't know what people are going through, and that's extreme. So you go from a drunk driving, hit and run. And then you fled home in the damaged vehicle, and then burglary and domestic violence.
And this is all before 7 a.m. Like, I got
this all before coffee.
You haven't had X? Nothing. You just last 3 hours. No. Gotta have at least some kind of breakfast on your stomach.
Okay, it say a woman who identified herself as Sherman's wife in the 911 call to the Kings County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday night told a dispatcher Sherman had been drinking and had threatened to kill himself. According to the recording of the call obtained through the public disclosed request, in the sequence call, she said Sherman may have been going to her parents' house and roaming, and confirmed she called him ahead of time. So that's where where does the domestic violence come into? I don't know. I guess the domestic
maybe she was probably trying to stop him and there was a small altercation. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, because sometimes news reporters tend to blow things out of proportion. So again, we don't know the whole story. She may have just called the police to help him.
True.
And in all of that exchange, he might have grabbed her. It might have just went left, and then the reporters come and they take the story and they wrap it into something else. So
That's
we just don't know. But I do feel bad for his wife. How long have they been married?
I feel bad for his wife as well. I feel bad for his wife. I feel bad for him. For the simple fact that he's a free agent. You don't know what he's really going through.
Don't know.
Like, you don't know what he's been going through, so he's probably like, in his mind, he probably like, oh my gosh.
They've been married since 2018.
What the hell is going on? I gotta figure out what's going on in my life, and then my household isn't happy. Everything is like, it's probably shambles. Like, shambles all over the freaking place. Like, shambles. So, we give our opinion, so I feel like my opinion on the situation is basically, we don't know the ins and outs, but I'm just still going to give my opinion. I feel like he started off with some kind of mental breakdown, maybe, and he went from there it spiraled out of control. And his wife, she was controlling. She didn't know what to do. Probably she was just like,
she's probably
that's why she called the police. No offense to no other cultures or no other race, but in the African American community, we don't call the police. We call the police at the very last minute.
You have to be damn near murdering us.
Okay, you gotta be damn near like about to fucking kill me or murder yourself.
Or somebody already shot.
Right, for me to call the police. So we don't really call the police. So for her to pick up the phone and say that he was basically trying to put harm to himself. I feel like that's a big deal, and that's something that people should look into. Okay. So next topic that I had was we gonna go into we just finished with the athletes. We gotta leave the athletes alone, okay? Because they already going through some things. So we gonna spiral over to this music industry.
Yeah.
The music industry, first of all, I do want to start because right now we getting close to halftime, guys. So make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button, liking the video. Make sure y'all following us over here, checking out all of our social media handles. We've shouted them out. Make sure y'all doing all that good old stuff. You know, if you in here and I know you and you ain't commented, that's so effed up. Okay? Please leave comments at the bottom if y'all have anything that you guys want us to talk about, because trust me, we can real quick. But we do have more stories to come. We getting close to halftime. Halftime will be the top of the hour. That's halftime for us, and then we'll take a short break, listen to a little music, you know, use the restroom and all that good stuff. So just bear with us, guys. This is our first show, but it's going to get better and better. Trust and believe it. So we got about 28 minutes or so to go into halftime. So let's go ahead to this next story. First of all, let's start by saying, shouting out the movies that we've seen lately about the music industry. They're giving us more insight as millenniums or Z, whatever generation you're in, as to what to do and what not to do.
Absolutely.
How to perform, how to make sure your business is yours, signed underneath you, and make money and not get tricked like a lot of those.
A lot of people. Britney Spears is a prime example.
Yes, like NWA. All those people, New Edition, like a lot of people got fucked out of their spots
with their money.
Messed up out of their spots back in the day. And I feel like with the new music industry and the generations that's coming up, they have a lot more insight and a lot more control over what they're doing. So shout out to that. I just wanted to make that. But if you guys don't know, Kim Kardashian did file a divorce with Kanye West.
Yep.
Recently. I like the topic and idea. Shout out to you. Thank you, Benji. Make sure you hit that follow button. So if you guys didn't know, Kim Kardashian did file a divorce for Kanye West. And right when she filed a divorce by Kanye West, you know, he started his fuck shit. I mean,
that's a man though. Right. If he see a way out, he's taking it.
So yeah, he basically. So basically, go ahead and I'll give you my opinion on that story.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's just like a snippet. Where's the article? There we go. The model, 35, didn't want to deal with any distractions during Paris Fashion Weeks currently underway in France. What's her name, Irina?
Yeah.
Irina does like Kanye, but isn't ready for so many public appearances together all over the world for the coming months. So basically the article was saying, like, she's pulling away from the relationship. First of all, when the fuck did he get in a relationship?
Let's do that. Okay, so let's start. I couldn't wait to see.
How are you a married man? Because you haven't gotten a divorce. Can we get into it? You're still married.
Okay, so allegedly Kanye West and Irina was recently spotted in Paris. Yes, YouTube is our same name, and the video will be posted. It may be posted before 5 because I'm really free right now, so I'll have it posted. But allegedly, they were spotted together in Paris, and he kept basically trying to get with her, like, let's go here, let's go out to dinner. And she was basically like flagging my boy, like, I ain't trying to mess with you. Like, basically, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not trying to do all that right now. And she probably was thinking like you were just thinking. Right. You're still married. Like, even though your wife filed for a divorce, that's a separation.
Publicly. Like, y'all are well-known people. You're doing all of this mess publicly.
That's a separation. That's not a divorce. People fail to realize that you can still be slandered. You can still get in a lot of trouble for messing around when you're separated. That's still adultery. You know?
I mean, but the reality is though, Kim don't need his money.
Oh no, the YouTube, you can't find the YouTube because it's we haven't posted video yet. We could probably go live on YouTube too.
Oh, yeah,
but I have a question. If we go live on YouTube, can we post those videos?
I think so.
Or do they delete?
Because Instagram automatically saves it.
Okay,
So I'm
so
assuming it
after
would be
this
the
would be
same
the
thing.
premiere video, so we want this to stay anyways.
Yeah, we want this one.
So,
But yeah, I think it's too public. I think if he gonna do your dirt, do like what Jay-Z did. Do it in the dark. Let us find out way later on. Like 2-3 years down the line. Do your dirt. But it's I don't know. Y'all are way too public or y'all way too famous to be out here creeping on each other. And Kim doesn't need his money. No. So even if she took him to court under these pretenses, like he's committed adultery, we're still married, blah 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 blah. We don't know what she's doing either. Like, but I feel like she's more private about some of the things. If she's gonna do some dirt, she'll be more private about it. Versus him, who's had mental breakdowns on multiple occasions now. In
and she saved his ass.
And she saved his ass.
Time.
Now he might just be having another, you know what I'm saying, mental breakdown. All of this could just be wrapped and tied to his relationship or now his new divorce with Kim. So men act differently than women. We tend to close in when we're going through shit. We tend to shut down and deal with our stuff internally. Where some men tend to lash out and they fucking around in the streets and shit and they don't care. So it's like the recklessness for me. You're still not thinking about your career. Although I feel like his career is at this weird place where it's like if he doesn't get in this relationship, he won't have a career. Because
he needs a storyline. I feel like at this point he has, because he's not really doing anything with the music, so he really need a storyline now to keep him afloat.
Yeah, he's got his
He needs a storyline. If he don't have a storyline, he's not going to stay afloat. And like you said, Kim don't need his money.
She don't.
She really don't. Like, and she was basically, I feel like she was there for the love. She was there because she really loved this man, really cared for him.
I don't think it started out as love, though. I honestly, because have you seen that interview she did, like, before they had got together? She kept saying, like, he kept asking me out. He's really persistent. She was like, no, I want us to stay friends. So I don't think it started out as, like, genuine love for this person. I think it started out more as, like, we were just friends and he was convenient. She tends to bounce around a lot. We all know that. She bounces from men to men to men. I feel like Kanye was just convenient. And then the stuff with his mom dying, it just made it easier to kind of pull him in and suck him into her lifestyle. I feel like that's when his whole life went left. Because he was doing fine for himself. Mom passed away, got sucked in with the Kardashians. Now look at him.
That's the truth.
You can't type that man's name.
And he say things like slavery is a choice.
Girl.
So, I mean, honestly.
On live television. Like.
Opinion time. So, my opinion on the situation is he's moving entirely too fast.
Way too fast.
But if he needs a storyline, people love drama. But it doesn't seem like Irina wants to be in any drama. She don't seem like a drama type of female. So, he needs to mess with some other person to bring the drama if that's what he really wants.
She's trying to keep her little modeling career afloat. She can't mess with the Kardashians.
Right, like she's trying to do her thing. She's not trying to. Right, and the Kardashians, they big in the modeling industry. So, but I just feel like overall, I feel like he's moving way too fast. But again, he's probably having another mental breakdown. Allegedly, the hell. And if he is having another mental breakdown, what I would do as his wife, because she's still his wife, is make sure he receive help. Because the backlash, not even from the people, but from her mental health, the backlash for her mental health, if something does happen to him or he do try to hurt himself, it's going to be bad. Like, she probably won't want to live with herself, knowing that her children father.
I'm just like, I don't know, being a woman that's dealt with somebody that has mental issues, it's really hard because at some point you have to say, I have to choose me and mine over your bullshit. So,
but I don't think she's there yet, you know? They're still like right there. They still at the point where they can get back together. It's just a separation. True. And like, I don't know, but Kanye West, you are definitely in the prayers. You need all the gods you can get. Like every god, the Allah, Buddha.
I ain't praying for Kanye. Good luck,
Allah, Buddha. Everybody need Jesus, God. Everybody need to come together and just put their hands and shield the protection around you. So
his people. I think people tend to pull away from their family, he needs to be around his people. I don't know how much family he has left.
But yeah, that goes to what we don't know the backstory.
Don't know,
these people,
but I hope he has family around for him. I think
Benji said we need to pray for Kanye. Make sure y'all hit the follow button.
Benji, I'm not praying.
Oh, it says something about top on here. What that mean? We can get to the top. Oh yes, get us to number 1, y'all. We number 13. Okay, well 17 now. That sucks. Okay, send us some gifts too. And I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Kim Kardashian, because she's a strong woman for putting up with all his strong woman. Okay, so shout out to Kim Kardashian. Yeah. I know she has a lot of hate, definitely in the African American community, which I don't know why, because she does what the frick she want to do. It's not like she's walking around here trying to be a black woman. She just being the woman that she want to be. I don't have no hate for her.
I don't have no hate for her
at all. If anybody that you should be having hate for is Chris, because she a fucking pimp. Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly. She is a pimp though. She pimped
out everybody.
She tricked out every one of them kids. Y'all make him. I'm not gonna hold her though. I feel it.
She took all
y'all
gonna make me some money too.
Did she really? Oh my god.
Allegedly. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Shit, I'm with it.
Let's take 2 seconds to tell y'all, please like the live, share, subscribe, share, comment, send some gifts, whatever you can do to make this go. We will be here each and every Thursday, 10 a.m. Today, as soon as we get tired of rambling and taking up y'all time, we probably cut a little short for the premiere, but the actual show will be 2 hours. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 12. So just stick with us, guys. We that way, once we get our topics and stuff out, because I honestly thought our introduction would have taken a little longer, but we will go back and reiterate who we are, where we from, how we met, and what's next.
We'll come back and
so we are 17 minutes to halftime, guys. Halftime is when we take a little break. We'll listen to a few songs. Shout out to Rotimi and a few other artists I wanted to get y'all hooked up to. But if y'all like Afro beats music,
check out Trey Day, y'all. Trey Day, super dope.
So we'll play a song from Rotimi and a song from Trey Day at halftime. And guys, after halftime, when we go do the gag hours after halftime. So the whole hour after halftime is when we go gag y'all with different things going on. That's when we can get a little messy. You feel me? A little messy. Thank you. And shout. Oh, we number 7. Who is that? Thank you across the universe. Thank you. And shout out to different other podcasts that I definitely look up to, such as The Breakfast Club, Steve Harvey Morning Show, Ricky Smiley, all those great shows that look up because they
mediocre tutorials, daddy issues.
Yes.
Y'all make me a great woman, okay?
Right. Yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, just to speak of them, not rambling, Charlamagne the God gave Joe Biden the donkey of the day.
Yes, hey, Joe Biden is the best baby daddy I've ever had.
Right, but listen, the reason why I like Charlamagne the God is because, one, he's very intelligent. Okay. That man is very intelligent. He's arrogant.
He's a clown.
He's arrogant.
But he's very intelligent.
But he's very intelligent. And he actually put up to where he was, when he gave him the donkey of the day. I love the fact he give you an explanation why.
Right.
And the reason why he gave him the donkey of the day, because he's basically trying to pass different laws to take you niggas' rights to vote away. Mm-hmm. So, if you haven't watched The Breakfast Club from the day before yesterday, please go check it out. Check it out. What's up, Buff Mickey? What's up, Benji? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for getting us up to number 8 on the top thing. We don't know what that is, but trust me, we
appreciate
it. Once again, my name is Marty.
And I'm Taj.
Y'all see on our flyer, our name is above our picture, so you know who we are. And this is 2 Women, 2 Opinions. We will be here every Thursday, starting at 10 a.m. PST. You can find us on YouTube as well, 2 Women, 2 Opinions. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that follow button. Yay! All right, so while we in the music industry, let's not veer away from the music industry.
No, let's keep on topic. Yes.
This is an interesting story because it really it's really not a big deal, but it was really interesting when I seen it. So basically the baby, oh, matter of fact, I want to play the clip. So basically, let me just tell you what happened. Like the baby seen some little kids outside of a store.
First of all, I love
and
him.
they
Love him.
I love the baby. If you don't love the baby, you are
Love
crazy.
Him.
So
his music makes me feel gangster when I'm driving in my
his music
my
turns
little
me into
SUV.
him.
Yes, yes.
I be turning right into him. I be like, oh, I'm the baby. But okay, he seen some kids outside of the store, and they were selling candy or whatever, and they were obviously in a very, very expensive neighborhood or whatnot. And here's a little snippet of it so that you guys can hear.
He got finessed.
Huh?
He got finessed.
Nah, he didn't get finessed, but you gonna see. So basically, this is a little snippet of it. Oh shoot, what the hell is this? So that y'all can see what I'm about to talk about, and we can discuss this a little bit. So he seen the kids outside the store. They were selling candy, and he had a few questions for them, and this is the way that they responded to it.
The baby, we got one quick question for you, man. All the ladies want to know, what city would you say has the best women?
Oh no, here it is right here. I don't know why they.
He just so little. Like he fine as hell, but he little.
All right. Bear with me, guys. I gotta turn this up because my music be low because, you know, I got people in this house that...
What you charge? What you want for the box? 200. I mean, like 400 for. What you charge for? I mean, like $400. So add this up. How that's 200? I make 400 everything on donation. How much you want for your box? You make 400 off that, and you sell them for $2. Yeah, and I got let's count. Let's count. It's 34 times. Exactly. What's 34 times 2, my boy? It ain't 200. It ain't 2 nothing. It ain't even $100.
Now he's smart as hell and did that math on top of his dog.
What about you? See, see, look, see. You give me 1, 2. What they $2 a piece? $1 each. I bet. You gotta use your head, man. You trying to play. I was gonna bless you anyway. You got the 200. Now you got $2. Y'all be good.
Okay. Okay, so I know the audio was a
lesson.
little burnt out, but it's cool. We're going to get better and better. This is the premiere show. Bear with us. So basically what happened in the video was he seen some kids outside of a store. I think it was like a outdoor shopping mall because it was a lot of celebrities around there. So he seen some kids out there and they were selling like candy. And he asked them how much for the box. And he said, the little boy said, 200. And he was like, wait, how much do you sell them for a piece? And he was like, $1, $2 or whatever. And he was like, well, that's not 200. He was like, well, the little boy was saying, well, I normally make $200, $400 while I'm out here every day. So that's why I told you that. He was like, I didn't ask you that. I asked you how much is the box. And so since the kids, so basically he didn't give them 200. He gave them $2 a piece. He bought 2 pieces of candy from them. And basically the story around it is the kids try to finesse the baby and the baby didn't let them finesse them.
At all.
What would you do?
It was, first of all,
The box, it was 38 pieces. It was 38 pieces of candy in the box.
I don't blame him. I would have gave him the $2 because I would have, like you said, I would have blessed you if I'm in a position to give you. Like, I'm the baby. You know who I am. You recognize me after shit. If I'm in a position to give you more, I could give you more.
Period.
But you're not going to scam me out of money. Like, first of all, we are a people. Those are 2 little black boys. We are a people. Don't try to play me. Don't try to finesse me. And here's the thing. Like, when you go to restaurants and servers have bad attitudes and you go to tip them, right? The same situation.
Yep.
Like, I would be more inclined to give you more if you don't come off
exactly
as bad attitude, trying to scam me, trying to play me. And again, we are of people. So he could have just simply told that man, you're $2 a piece. I don't know how many are in the box. I spent $34 on the box. And he probably would have gave him $200.
And that's the thing, Huey, Benji, and I agree. What they said, I feel like it was a lesson learned. It was a lesson.
A
lesson learned for him as a kid because it's like he didn't ask you what do you like? What do you want? He said, how much do you make off of a box? And he said I'll be making $240. Now this is
you gotta
where
be selling them little things for like
but
$10
no, the
a
area
piece.
that he's in, there's a lot of celebrity people. So man, you trying to sell me candy? I'm looking out for you. If I'm a celebrity, I'm probably give you a 10, a 5, a 20. So that's probably why he's making so much off the box, because the area that he's in. But that's not what the baby asked you.
How much did you spend on the box? And let's be honest, like you can get a box of those things at Walmart, $20. If that, and I'm really giving it to you at that point. It's like, I don't even know what
right. And I feel like he was absolutely right. And two reasons why I feel like he's right. One is his fucking money. He could, just because people are rich, do not expect them to do shit for you. That's people problem right there. And for two, it's a lesson learned for that young man to not lie. Don't try to finesse people, because if the baby would have gave him that $200, he probably would have turned around and tried it on another famous person that walked out, and then what if that famous person would have taught him the lesson? Then what?
Yeah, no.
Then what?
I'm not saying his parents failed him. He might just be out there trying to. I mean, I love the intention behind it, right? He's a young man. He out there. He hustling for his money. I love that. But don't hustle your own people.
Yeah.
That is our problem now, is that we all want something for nothing. Like, sir, you spent maybe $16, $17 on a box of candy. Tell me how much it is. He probably would have handed that little boy $200. Here you go.
And that's what I'm about to say. So basically, interview. So basically, he said that. So I have another.
I don't like that people are attacked.
So this was the before, of course. This was the before the baby actually did that, and then we have an after when the baby actually went on another place. Women don't need a man. Right after this happened, he went to another place to get, to talk about it or whatever, because they wanted to talk about it. And he actually made a great point as to why he did not give them more and stuff like that. He said that's why he asked, and some people was asking, like, why did he even ask how much for a whole box? And then some people was calling in to the radio station was saying, like, oh, I would have just given it to him because the little bro was out there hustling or whatever, but told him that everybody else ain't gonna do it. But no.
That's not the point.
No.
That's not the point. And it's not about whether or not what he asked. It's the intention behind it.
Is that your truck outside?
Mm-hmm.
It's blocking the neighbors' drive.
Oh, okay. Let me move.
Okay, y'all. Oh. All right, we gonna do halftime a little bit early today, y'all. So when we come back from halftime, we gonna let y'all back.
Welcome back, y'all. So I'm at the club last night, and I'm sitting there at the bar, and it's poetry night. It's Wednesday, so it's poetry night. And we up there all giggling. But mind you, we're at a bar, right? Like, forget the fact that it's just poetry, but we're still at a bar. So we're up there all giggling, having a good time. And the poet gets off the stage, and he's like, and scared the shit out of me. I turned and looked and was like,
what was he upset about y'all talking about?
I think it was a part of his, like, thing, like his poem. But it was like how it was presented. Like, he stopped in the hallway, and it was dead quiet, and he just started barking. And I'm like...
Sir, calm down.
Scared the shit out of me.
What's happening?
Scared the shit out of me. Girl, you should see my face. I was like, the hell?
All right, so shout out to the artist that was played during, she is crazy, during the halftime break, Trey Day and Rotimi. So you can find those two on Apple Music. I'm sure YouTube,
check out
everywhere.
Apple Music, Spotify. Anywhere they got music, y'all.
All that good stuff. So, once again, my name is Marty. My girl Taj here. You can find us on social media platforms. Marty Margello, Miss Summer. You can find me at Famous Gems with a Z. My website, famousgems.net. And, of course, you can find us everywhere at 2Women, 2Opinions on all social media platforms. In a minute. Just give us a week.
Give us a week, y'all.
But this video will be posted. So for the people that's on Spoon, if you want to see the visual of this video, it will be posted on YouTube later today. So you can find it at 2Women, 2Opinions. Make sure y'all hitting that follow button. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. Sharing it to all your friends and friends. Okay.
And again, you can find me at Taj Wild on pretty much all platforms. Facebook is Taj Wilder. Okay.
Okay, so before we left for the halftime break, we were talking about the baby situation when he didn't want to give the kids $200 for a box of candy that they try to finesse him on. And let's continue with a little bit of this audio from when he had an interview right after the incident.
Like when you try to be greedy, you'll block your blessing.
Absolutely, that's exactly what happened. Anytime I buy something.
Of course.
This entrepreneur brand logo
Look,
was
we're
done
gonna have
by
to
a top
invest in
freelancer
YouTube,
Fiverr.
right?
Something from somebody hustling like
Alright,
that.
hold
Like I
on.
buy the whole thing, especially when it's kids. So I give them the opportunity to just.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened. Like anytime I buy something from somebody hustling like that, like I buy the whole thing, especially when it's kids. So I give them the opportunity to just make it make sense why you want $200 for this. You tell me, man. I usually charge somebody this for the whole box. I'm just gonna charge you $2 all the way down. And I'd have looked at them, gave them $1,000. But I respect they hustle. I ain't cuss them out and this and that. I gave them knowledge and bought one piece of candy from each of them and closed the door. I don't.
So basically that was his response after. So if you guys wanted to know how the baby felt about this situation, I'm gonna play it one more time because I kind of messed up the little audio of it, but this was basically how he felt about the situation.
I think there's an important lesson there. Like when you try to be greedy, you'll block your blessing.
Absolutely, that's exactly what happened. Like anytime I buy something from somebody hustling like that, like I buy the whole thing, especially when it's kids. So I give them the opportunity to just make it make sense why you want $200 for this. You tell me, man. I usually charge somebody this for the whole box. I'm just gonna charge you $2 all the way down. And I'd have looked at them, gave them $1,000. But I respect they hustle. I ain't cuss them out and this and that. I gave them knowledge and bought one piece of candy from each of them and closed the door. I don't.
And there it is. And again, I gotta respect him for being the man that he is. He actually, I feel like, taught those young men a lesson. And he also said that he used to sell candy when he was younger, and he did the same thing. You know, if someone asked him for the whole box, he would tell them what he sold. So he said maybe if it was an honesty thing out of it, if the guys would have been honest with him, or if he would have just told him a good price, straight up and down, he probably would have gave more anyways. I feel like he was petty, but he was petty in a nurturing, teaching kind of way.
In the most adult way possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little petty, but I mean, it's his. And again, I'm gonna go back to it's his money. You cannot tell someone how to spend their money, no matter if they're rich or not. You can't tell someone.
We gotta stop glorifying celebrities. That's really what the problem is. Like, we see celebrities and we expect them to do more because they're celebrities. But at the end of the day, we are the reason why they're celebrities.
Exactly.
The second we stop following or we stop paying attention to you, you are no longer a celebrity.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So just stop glorifying them. Stop trying to look. Stop giving a little extra on stuff. He didn't have to get that little boy nothing. He could have just checked the deuces, gotten his car pulled off.
Right. Like, what the hell? Drop y'all Insta in the comments. Okay, we'll drop it all in the comments. Just give us a second. So, while we're still in the rap career, we don't want to go all over the place with different industries, so we're going to stay in the music industry right now. We're going to shout out Cardi B. She is pregnant with her second child, and she recently had her daughter's culture third birthday, which was pretty dope. Like, I watched
I've been
it.
seeing that clownery allure. What's that lady's name? Hazel E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she allegedly, it's like I'm playing.
Allegedly.
But I feel like it's beautiful to see someone like Cardi B come from where she was. She went on Instagram, hit big. People loved her. Went on Love and Hip Hop, hit big. People loved her. She started her music career. She took off. You gotta be people like that because you want to be that person. You gotta give them the shout out. You gotta give them their roses where it's due. So shout out to Cardi B. She got her roses from me for show. And congratulations on her new baby. Well, she pregnant. But congratulations on the pregnancy. And happy birthday to Culture.
Yes, happy birthday, Culture.
I feel like that is a beautiful. Well, and shout out to Nicki Minaj for her family as well. She started her family. I'm definitely a Cardi B fan, but I ain't no hater. You feel me?
I ain't no hater either. I mean, I don't know. I can't really say I'm a big fan of either, but I like both of their music to some degree.
And let's give Offset his rose. It seems like he's been on his best behavior lately.
Lately.
He's been on his best behavior lately, and I think that's pretty dope that he's been doing that. So I want to go back to what I was talking about as far as the Joe Biden situation. What Charlamagne the God was basically saying is they're trying to pass certain laws right now. So our rights will be taken away. This is why I feel like it's so important to utilize your right to vote. People don't think, I'm not really talking about the presidential election. I'm talking about the actual, local elections and stuff. Your mayors, your governors, your senators.
People seem to think it's just that one big one.
Exactly. Those are much more important than the presidential election. And it's a fact, because those are the people that really control your everyday life. Those are the people that make sure shit moving in your cities and your states and stuff like that. So it's very important to use your right to vote. Definitely is local. If you feel like the presidential election is rigged, whatever, just make sure you vote in your local election so that you can live a happy lifestyle. You're voting for those sheriffs. The reason why you're getting stopped and frisked and going to jail, going to county, these police officers pulling you over for no reason, is because of the sheriffs are setting those laws and they're in your certain neighborhoods and towns and cities. So make sure y'all utilize it, even though it's not voting time. Just right now, take this time to look at who's running, because they're starting their political campaign right now. So look who's running. Go and look who's running in your area and just do research on them.
I'm saying y'all gotta go to any of the actual council meetings or anything like that, but just
shout out to Jess. Thank you so much. Who that in this thing?
Take some time and educate yourself. Like, really spend the time and get to know the people that you're putting in power before you do. Like,
yes.
It's just, I mean, you don't vote and then these votes go to the wrong people. People that actually do take the time to vote, they vote for the wrong people, and now we've got stipulations.
Karen. That's why you have Karen calling the police at your barbecue, because...
Oh, we gotta talk about that new Karen.
Yo,
we gotta talk about the new Karen.
Let's go ahead and...
we gotta talk about the new Karen.
But yeah, so I definitely want to put out there that it's so important. And it's important for us to teach our youth as well, because, when your kids ask you questions and it may be not a topic that you want them to have so much knowledge on, just give them the outside, the perimeter, so that these schools won't just be telling them any dang old thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know what you're molding, what you're building in a child, because these kids are our future. These will be our senators, our governors, and if we're raising them to really not give a fuck, they're gonna grow up to really not give a fuck. What happened to the kids that want to be police officers, lawyers, and attorneys, and all this stuff, sheriffs and stuff that's over us? We need our kids to govern our neighborhoods, because they grew up there. But kids are growing up to be scared of police officers, to be scared of these people.
Well, it depends on.
We are their foundation.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you grew up, what your culture is, what your background is.
And that's what I always say. If you know me or if you've ever been to any of my broadcasts and we have a serious conversation, I always go back to, it's how you were raised. No matter who you are, no matter what's going on, all these mental illness is real in the African American community. If you don't think it is, go talk to a shrink. I bet you they'll diagnose your ass with some damn medicine, because you're crazy. You're crazy as hell. Mental illness is real in the African American community, and I feel like we need to get more involved. Let's have a circle. Let's talk about it. What's going on? If you need someone to talk to, call somebody. Just call everybody on your damn phone. See who...
That's what we're doing now.
Right.
Hey, I just want to check in. Are you good? No, we haven't spoken in 12 years.
Yeah. How you doing today? How you doing today? Okay. But shout out to our president and our vice president. We got a little
color in there.
We got a little color in there.
We got a little color of women. Like, lots more women are involved in politics now, which is awesome. This is probably the most women we've ever seen, especially diversity.
Facts. And that's
diversity
okay.
Of it, yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that before we go into the Karen of the hour, about women being in more powerful positions. I think we have a lot of men that's more understanding now. Yeah, we do have that certain guy that's like, yeah, we're on the iffy type of scale, because we have that certain guy that's like, a woman should be at home barefoot, pregnant, cooking. But then we have the man that's like, oh yeah, she's out there getting to it. That's the type of woman. We number one on the top. Yay!
My issue when it comes to, as far as like where we're at politically, we have way too many old white men in politics right now. Ones that should have been gone, should have been, lost their seats in Congress, just a bunch of stuff. So it's just, we got to start doing our part taking the time to educate ourselves on who's running, making sure we're putting the correct people in the right positions. That way we don't have to worry about our laws being taken away or the things that help better us as a society and as a people taken away.
I feel like there should be a time frame, just like the
Yeah.
presidential.
Hell
I feel
yeah.
like there should be a time frame on senators and shit like that, because you have people that's 85 years old that's telling us
That's what I'm
20-year-olders what to do, and they really don't know what
Totally
the world
different
is about
time.
right now.
That's what I'm saying. Totally different time.
Totally different
You go
time.
home, you leave your office, you go home to your bubble. Because you're old. You're 80, 70 some odd years old. You don't spend time out in the community getting
That's
to know
what
the
it
people that
is.
you used
They
to know.
they're stuck in their ways, what they're used to. They stuck in that. Oh, this is what I know was right, but what was right back then isn't right now. Just like slavery, you know, I just watched a documentary recently where it was modern day slaves, and I'm talking about living on plantations, getting beat like back in the day, and they just was released from the plantation like 2013. That was yesterday, if you think about it.
Really, though.
And the lady that was speaking, it's on Netflix, so if you guys want to check it out. And the lady that was speaking, she was like, so illiterate, it made me sad, because she didn't have no knowledge as to what was going on. And she had spoke about how her and her family was on one plantation, and they were getting beat and beat and beat for no reason at all. And she finally ran away, disobeying her dad and everybody, got beat by her dad and ran away, found another plantation, and that plantation came back to get her family and take her over there. So she didn't even know that she was not free. She just thought it was a better situation because it wasn't that plantation that beat them all the time.
Girl.
So it's just so sad that we have people like us, and how powerful social media is.
Yes.
Imagine if one of these people would get a phone and start recording on TikTok or something like
Girl,
this,
it'd be a whole
and
thing.
telling their story. Like, people would be in a lot of freaking trouble right now, and that goes back to voting in your area, because obviously that area is okay. You know, they're okay with it. They're okay with modern day slave. They're okay with people having plans, because they know what the freak is going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, social media is fucking up life, but social media is very powerful. If you cannot underestimate how powerful
It's the
social
Spider-Man
media
theory, you know. What comes great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
Like when it comes to like social media and having social media, you are in control of the narrative. Yeah, people lie, people manipulate the situation, but at the same time, there's so much more access to information that you can verify whether or not a person is telling the truth, or you can also control how much
you put out and bring in.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a give take kind of situation. You got to be responsible when it comes to social media. Be careful what you post. I mean, unless you're about that life, be careful what you post. Maybe you're an open person. Maybe everything is for social media, and you can't fault people for being that open.
You really
You see what I'm
can't.
saying?
You really
so
can't.
it's a two-way street. It has its pros, it has its cons. I mean, personally, I don't do nothing crazy on social media, so I ain't got this.
Me either. I really keep my real life to myself. I post things about my business, maybe things that's coming up. I do the bare minimum on social media. Don't get me wrong, I am a broadcaster. I'm always in front of the camera, but that's why you have backgrounds. That's why you're able to set up backgrounds and backdrops and stuff like that to keep your life at a minimum to the eyes of the social.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are really nasty. Like,
Check this out.
people will find out where you live at. People will come and do. It's just really nasty,
You gotta
social media.
check
But
yourself.
as nasty as social media could get, it's still a very powerful place. No matter how we look at it, no matter
Social
you know
media
what's
changed the
going
game
on.
for people. Social media has changed people's lives. It has opened up doors for people to be, again, more open and voice their opinion about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's
Crazy
a lot of
people in
crazy
this
people
world.
in this
Yeah.
world. The
It's
world
like,
is scary.
Yeah, I'm like, but here's the thing: without social media, without the internet, we wouldn't know how crazy people were. You see what I'm saying? Like, we would not know about all of the stuff that's going on in different countries and things like that.
Welcome everybody. Welcome.
There are still countries that are under dictatorships. Like, you gotta consider a lot of stuff that our everyday isn't everybody else's everyday.
T is true. It just like the stories that we mentioned today. It's like some people, and this is when I go back to how you was raised. It's like good and bad. How would there be a good and bad if no one taught us that? You know, although there are bad things. Like, I feel like very interesting. I seen a story when a lady, she was talking about good and bad, and she said that she don't feel like sexual predators should be put into a jail cell and be fed 3 times a day and stuff like that. She said, since we testing products on animals, why not test it on them? Because we'll get a better.
She said, fuck the human rights.
She said, and then that's what she said. Fuck the human rights. And don't get me wrong, it's a agree to disagree type situation. Like, I agree where she's going, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because what if people made a mistake and they actually was able to fix their mistake, or you know, something like. And then it's a lot of sexual predators where these little girls be lying about their age. Then a man get caught up and they look like grown ass women. Now,
have you seen the teenagers?
Exactly. Like,
I didn't look like that at 12.
Me either. Like,
I was not busty at 12.
And they using ID, and they like, it's not like they meeting these girls at the playground. They lied about their age. They meeting these girls in the nightclub. They meeting these girls at concerts. They meeting these girls at the bar.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
It's a very scary world that we live in. Like, it's scary as hell to where you like, be safe, guys. Just make sure whatever you do, you try your best to be safe. Know who you around. Watch your peers. People get so loose and so wild with life. They gotta watch their surroundings. Don't get me wrong. Live in a moment, because life is short. Like, I tell myself every day, you can go out right now to a movie theater and a bitch can get shot up.
That's what I'm saying. That's like my biggest fear right now. Walking into a Walmart and that's it. Like, you don't make it back out the Walmart.
Okay, no problem. All right, so guys, we are a few minutes until we get to our last break, which is the gag break. Our gag break, we'll play a few songs, and then once we come back from the gag break, we will reintroduce ourselves, and we'll also go over the stories that we went over today and give our opinions on it, because you know today, I mean, our title is 2 Women, 2 Opinions. So there will be our opinions. So if y'all in the comments like, I don't agree, it's our opinion. What'd I say? Okay, so the new Karen. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay, you gotta pull up the video. So I don't know how many of y'all have checked it out. Just put Victoria's Secret Karen. I'm sure we've all seen the video by now of the psychotic woman that had the mental breakdown in the middle of. My thing is, I don't know what transpired before. I've only seen the 2 videos that have been posted. But something had to occur. Some woman went into a Victoria's Secret to exchange a coupon for free panties. While in there, she ran into a Karen. Karen lost her shit. She began recording her. Then she took it to a whole nother level. I mean, she broke all the way down, fell out, chased the woman around the Victoria's Secret, was screaming on top of her lungs, talking about, get away from me, get away from me. But she's chasing her. No way. Swatted at her. I'm like, the people I come from, honey, you would have got your ass beat. Whoa. Like, you would have gotten beat. All of you would have been broken by the time security came. And what messed me up is how the employees' reaction was. Like, they just kept telling her to calm down. It's fine. Where was security? And why did it take so long for security to pull up?
All right, guys, let's check this out. This is my first time actually hearing about this, and I'm happy. Girl. And if you haven't heard about this, you heard it here first. Just like me. Yeah, we gonna upgrade.
It's a scary world out there when you're just trying to do some shopping at your local Victoria's Secret and you come across the woman who is now being referred to as the Get Away From Me Karen. And we'll watch the videos to understand why that is. Again, this is at a Victoria's Secret. The video is now going viral. Let's see what happened.
Now you are, oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this?
Like, bro.
Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right?
The video starts with her swatting.
Oh my God! Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Oh my God. This don't even feel real. This do not feel real.
You can just go around here.
Like, do you hear the employee? You could just walk around her. I'm like, no. She should have been escorted out. Where was the manager? Who is in charge? Like, they just allowed her to show all the way out in the middle of this Victoria's Secret. It was embarrassing.
Wow.
Especially
that was
being
crazy.
the case that this woman just, I'm in here just to get my free panties. I'm in here to pick up some shoes, pick up my free panties, and I'm out. So the fact that you come in just for something quick, you think it's an in and out exchange, and then it becomes something else.
Like that, but the fact that she's screaming on the floor like somebody hitting her or
She
attacking
fell
her,
out.
she's a fucking
Like,
lunatic.
passed
Like,
out. And it's like, that stuff happens all the time. You are an innocent black person standing somewhere, and then you have these weird altercations. They show out. They call the police, and now you're the one being questioned.
wow.
And it's like, I literally was minding my business.
Literally, she wasn't even near the woman. That's what's crazy. Shout out to Young Turks. The Young Turks, they're
Love
on
Young
YouTube.
Turks.
They are amazing. First of all, shout them out because I've been watching them for forever
Love
for
Young
information. They give out raw, uncut information. They don't really give a damn what nobody has to say. That's why I love them so much. And that's where I just streamed that video from. So shout out to them. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel for better information. If you want to see the whole video, you can go to their YouTube channel. It's just basically type in Victoria's Secret Karen Freak Out. That's what I typed in, and she was in there going crazy. Now, we're about to go on to our next break, which is the gag break. We're just going to have a few minutes to where we let you guys listen to a few songs while we get ready for the closing out. The closing out is the best part of the show, so I hope you guys still sticking around for it. This is where we give our opinions, our deep opinions, like our final thoughts on each story that we covered today, our rest of our social media handles, and let you know where you can find us at. Make sure y'all hitting that follow button, holding them hearts, or hitting the likes, or subscribing. Wherever you seeing us at, make sure you showing some love. Thank you very much for tuning in today. It looked like on Spoon we got to top number 1. Now we're number 2 on the top. Shout out to y'all. We really appreciate it. And you guys have been conversating with us, keeping the vibe going. Love, love, love. This is the premiere of Two Women, Two Opinions. We here every Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12. Today was actually pretty smooth, so I think the 2 hours is going to be great. Definitely when we got so many more stories. Today was just a rough drive.
Just to get us out there, get our feet wet.
Get our little toesy woesies wet. And we will have our, for the YouTube people, as far as the visual, we will have our table and everything set up in front of us by next Thursday. Just give us a week. The premiere show, we wanted to make sure we can vibe. We doing pretty good over here on Spoon, so I feel like this is something that we definitely got to bring back for the people. So what you trying to, let's give them another artist. What's another artist
Let's
that
do
you feel
Don
right
Rich. Don Rich, again, is a local artist here in Las Vegas. He puts out dope ass music, ass shaking music.
Hey, let's go ahead with Don Rich. So Don Rich is from Las Vegas, and
oh, that is not Don Rich.
Oh dang!
I think it's with the. Let me pull it up. It's like I can't remember what Fat Mac's name was.
Cool. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a Cincinnati artist. One of his older songs, one of my favorite songs. So it's called All Hustle No Luck by Lantana. It's one of the Cincinnati anthems. So welcome back. This is the gag break. We are done today. We closing it out. Thank you guys so much for joining in for our premiere show, 2 Women, 2 Opinion. We got a lot more stuff coming for you guys. So right now we're just gonna go over everything that we went over. Just give our final thoughts on everything. Close it out with our hashtags, our handles, and everywhere that you can find us to stream the show. First story that we talked about today was the vaping company offering Sha'Carri Richardson a $250,000 spokesman deal. And that was right after she was allegedly popped dirty for a marijuana test. So I think it was kind of funny. And it was kind of a promotional thing because I didn't know who Dr. Dabber was. And bam, even if you don't even if she don't take it, that still gave them a lot of promotion, because some people probably looked it up like, who the heck is this company or whatever. But it is a legend. I just want to say, I wish her the best. I hope she get through it, because I know how hard she's worked to get to where she's at now. They just don't want her to get in that Olympus and tear them up.
She is talented, and she should keep persevering. Fuck them haters.
Right. And shout out to Dallas, Texas, because y'all definitely be making them.
Isn't it
The next story, staying under the athletes, the African American athletes, was Richard Sherman. Allegedly,
I feel like we need more information. Like, I'm not willing to judge this man based off of one incident. We don't know what he's going through, his mental state, what his home life is like. So I just, whatever comes of it, hopefully he doesn't spend any time in prison. Hopefully he gets off of whatever all of this craziness is, and he gets the help that he needs.
Right. So allegedly, the free agent Richard, he was arrested without bail for burglary and DV. And after doing further research, we actually found out that it was a hit and run and
just all kinds of crazy.
A hit and run and a drunken driving.
4 or 6 a.m.
Before coffee, okay? Involved into this as well. So if you want more information on that, definitely check out the Shade Room, or I found more information on Google as well. I think it's crazy, but like you said, my final thoughts and closing on that would be, I definitely don't want him to have jail time, because it's enough of our black men in jail, but it should be some kind of outcome, because it's a crazy incident. We don't know the ins and outs because all the information haven't been released, but I feel like he probably just needs some help, because like we mentioned earlier, it seems like he maybe had like a mental breakdown or something along that
triggered
line.
all of that.
Yeah,
crazy
because you can't just think like this man just crazy
just
as hell,
had to blow up his life all
right.
in one day,
I feel like it's some kind, and mental illness is real in the African American community, so it may be something that's being ignored that he has to address.
A lot of us don't spend enough time talking to folks and reaching out. I think we are reserved people, so when it comes to stuff like this and we don't know everything, there's typically triggers that got you to that point. So I just hope, like I said, he gets the help that he needs and he doesn't spend any time in jail.
Yeah, I agree. The next story we had, and we're going to give our closing out, was the Kanye West story with Irina. So basically, allegedly, he was messing around with Irina. Irina didn't want anything to do with it, so she was kind of dodging a bullet, because he is just a separated man. They're not divorced, him and Kim Kardashian, as of yet. So I think she was just trying to dodge that marriage bullet and all the negative publicity that she can get from that. And she don't seem like a negative person at all. She's a model, nice looking girl, with a nice past with her family, from the research that I did. So I just feel like he's moving way too fast. Slow down. You're not divorced yet. And I just say, Kim Kardashian, just hold your head up high, sis, because you never know. You got a long road ahead of you if this is how your divorce is starting out.
Child. Like, yeah, I just hope Kanye gets the help he needs.
Yeah, I just hope he gets
another black man that seems like he's suffering in ways that we just could not understand. So I really just hope he get help.
Yeah, and if he needs to go on Ayana Fix My Life, because she need to fix that man's life at this point, because can't nobody else fix it, because he is gone freaking crazy.
Yes.
While we stand in the music industry, we also spoke about the baby incident. He did not want to give the kids.
Incident.
They made, social media makes everything an incident. So
situation. They blew that one little moment way out of proportion. Like, that shouldn't have been news to me. That should have been like, it's not an incident. He told these young men, like, y'all gotta boss up. Don't lie to folks to get what you want out of life. Do the right thing by people, and then you won't have these problems.
So the baby seen some kids outside the store as he was walking in selling some candy, and they were selling them for $1 a piece. He asked them how much is a whole box. The little boy replied $200, and he said, well, how many in there? Come to find out, the little boy was trying to finesse him. The baby did not fall for it, but he did support their business, because he bought two pieces of candy a piece.
Yeah.
Instead of giving them more, he gave them less. And his response to it, which I respect, was, you can't finesse me and I'm trying to help you, because even if you would have came to me with a different approach, I probably would have given you more than what you were asking for. So I feel like that was a lesson learned from the young man. And like I said before, you can't tell people how to spend their money no matter how much money they got.
Damn.
That's what people, even family members, they like, oh, you rich, pay my bills, buy me a car. Nobody has to do anything for you, ma'am, sir.
Especially when you make it to the top. I think people tend to forget that. Just because I got to this position, I'm going to help those that helped me get
to
there.
the position.
I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to just help random relatives because you know Mookie and them from around the way.
No, hell no.
No.
Not happening. And I also want to, so the last story, let's touch on, it wasn't a story. We just wanted to shout out Cardi B for her pregnancy while we still in the music industry. Shout out to Cardi B on her pregnancy and her daughter's birthday, 3rd birthday party. It was pretty dope. Shout out to Culture. Happy birthday to you. And Offset, we said he's on a good road right now. I feel like this is some fault of us, the people, when people make mistakes. Don't get me wrong, they're grown ass people, so they do what they
I
want
would
to
judge
do.
him if he was my uncle. I would judge
But
him.
I feel like
even if
it put that fire under people's ass to want to do wrong. So it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is what they think of me anyways. So let's go ahead and give this man his little kudos, his roses, while he's doing an amazing job as a father, as a husband. And he has a lot of freaking kids. So
Look,
for him to be doing all that stuff together,
I ain't got
it's
nothing for him over here.
it's pretty crazy. Well, to close out, we just want to give you guys a thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Make sure you guys are following us, liking, sharing, all that good stuff. We will be here each and every Thursday.
Shout out to Spoon though. Y'all got us to #1. Like, we're at #2 right now, but y'all got us to #1. We definitely
Yes, and if you guys want to find us on Spoon so that you can catch it before we post it on YouTube, it's 2Women, 2Opinions, same name, everything. You just gotta type it in a search bar and you'll find us on there. Thank you guys again. We cannot thank you guys enough. I seen so many people coming here that I was telling about, and they coming in the live like they really showed up. Like, even if you guys didn't stay the whole time, you showed up. That's what matters. Like, that's what matters. It's the support. The support goes a long way. Every subscribe, every like, every comment, every gift, everything you guys send us goes a very long way.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Once again, my name is Marty. You can find me on all social media platforms at Marty Margello, or my business page, which is where I'm at most, Famous Gem, FAMOUSGMZ. My website is also famousgems.net. This podcast will be sponsored by my business, so make sure we have some money behind us, because we broke.
Right.
Help us, please.
Right.
So, and again, I do a broadcast on Tag and other apps. You can find me at Miss Summer. I always have a gym in my name, so if you see my name and it's not a gym in it, it's not me. That's basically what it is.
I am at Taj Wild, TAJWILD, on Instagram, Twitter, pretty much any platform. Facebook, I am Taj Wilder, so just add an ER to the Wild. I'm also Taj Wild on YouTube, and of course, like she said, you can find 2Women, 2Opinion on any of our personal platforms and our platform. So just come check us out, like some pictures, subscribe, follow us, y'all, on everything. Follow.
That's the only way you'll be able to see the show is if you follow us.
We need those
Again,
follows.
this is just the premiere show, so I'm so happy you guys bear with us. We have a few minutes left, so I don't know if anybody here is on Spoon. We might just go ahead and cut it. Just know that our show is going to be the 2 hours, but we will have breaks. We did have the halftime. We'll have the halftime break and the gag break. So those are two breaks that we will have. So we ain't going to, keep y'all here the whole time. Without snacks, at least.
I'm not gonna play with you.
Well, let's go ahead and
let's wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
love y'all.